All right, guys, this story is freaking crazy. So, porn star Moriah Mills says she's going to release sex tapes of NBA player Zion Williamson. Did you see this story?
Wow. Yeah.
This story's bonkers. She's basically like admitting to to releasing revenge porn. Like she wants to release revenge porn. He's having a kid, and she's basically like really mad that he had a kid with another person, and she's like, you know what? You're going to deal with it. So this was his statement. He goes, my baby, you're going to see this at a point. I don't know what the future holds, but mommy and daddy love you. If you don't know nothing else in this world, know that mommy and daddy love you. That's what he said in a message to his unborn child. And then you get down here and you see her statements, and it's kind of bonkers because like I feel, and maybe I'm just naive, but I feel like if a guy did this and just threatened to release porn of a woman, because she decided she had the audacity to have a child with someone else, I feel like that would be looked down upon. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Okay, so she says, hope your leg heals soon before the season, Zion Williamson. Then she says, you're going to lose everything, Zion. It says, and you're going to suffer for what you did to me, blah, blah, blah. You're going to lose everything and fail. You'll never come back from this. It's like a 20-tweet chain of just pure vitriol towards this dude.
That's Twitter for you.
So normally I'd say no big deal, but Zion, like he hasn't really done anything since coming to the NBA.
Like they're talking about trading him, right?
Yeah, I mean he's been injury plagued. I wouldn't say it's necessarily his fault, but he's gone through a lot of injuries since coming into the league and hasn't really lived up to expectations because he was supposed to be the next LeBron James. I mean that's what they were talking about.
And you never want to actually be called that person because it never works. It's like, you know what it is? It's like in acting. In acting, there's a curse. If a movie has and introducing credit, meaning it's like they're introducing this person who's having their big breakout role, never ends well. Never ends well. So you're saying he's having a rough go of it?
Yeah, and if this is just like clouding, I mean, because he's still a big name, so if he gets traded, right, so the team's going to pay him big money, but this may eliminate some teams from the running. Just they're like, it was going to be an expensive investment anyway. He hasn't done anything, and now there's oh my gosh.
It's party time.
It's just like you should get this as get it in a birthday card.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, that's amazing. That's an amazing idea.
It's really tonal.
Yeah,
dude.
Big fan.
So you think that but also one of the big things about this is like it's a distraction to the locker room. Stuff like this is a distraction to the locker room.
Yeah, well, I mean that's why teams might pass up on it, right?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, this guy's going to be raking in however many tens of millions of dollars a year, right? And now he's got this drama, like I don't know, with an adult actress.
It's really, really evil to do this all because he's having a kid. Because she's threatening to reveal something that he may not want his child to see. So let that be a lesson to you that women can be just as vitriolic and bad as men. She also says that, she goes, it's over for you. No one betrays me. It sounds almost like a joke. Like, it sounds almost like cartoonish. No one betrays me.
It's a tantrum. The fact that she tweeted 20 times, it's a tantrum.
She says, NBA, I have sex tapes of me and Zion Williamson and also have them in his trap phone. Trade him now. He doesn't deserve to be in New Orleans. Sex tape dropping soon. This is insane, dude. Like, where's your, like, that's kind of evil. Like, doing it because he's having a kid. Like,
little bit,
just a little bit evil.
You think?
Do you disagree? Is it very evil?
I think, like, I feel bad for him getting in the situation in the first place altogether. But, I mean, I guess.
But sexual harassment towards men doesn't exist, Serge.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. True. So this is not a $20 super chat, but this goes with what we're talking about. Gordon Shumway says another adult actress, Jenna Fox, I don't know, retweeted M. Mills. So I guess this is Mills is the one talking about Zion.
Her name's Moriah Mills.
So she retweeted it and said it was a messed up and illegal what she was doing. The comments are a bunch of other corn stars agreeing and calling Mills crazy. So
if even the people in your industry are turning their back on you and they're disavowing, maybe it should cause you to think twice about your actions, just a little bit, right?
Is she really in the industry? Is she like considered? I don't know if she is.
Well, I did my research.
I was gonna make a joke and I decided not to, but you basically made it for me.
I mean, for you, like, yeah,
Okay.
yes. Like, if you're in the industry and people are actually telling you that you shouldn't be doing this. Also, if people who have no problem with this stuff getting out understand the sensitivity of it getting out to somebody who has not chosen to work in that industry, it means that you probably lack a little bit of empathy and you're being kind of evil.
Right.
Like, it's, you know, but on the other hand, oh, go for it.
So, okay, exactly what you were just saying. Like, my wife did not sign up to do any of this stuff. I'm the one who signed up to work for Timcast. I'm the one who decided to be kind of, sort of a public figure. So I try to keep her private because she's basically said I don't want to be public.
Yeah.
True that.
Makes perfect sense.
So it's screwed up if I made her public.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't want to be a public figure. I don't want to be a public figure either.
Yeah.
Like, not really. Like for the most part, but in stuff like this, it's also like my less forgiving side is just like, dude, you wanted the crazy, you got the crazy.
Yeah.
At a certain point, what were you going to expect? But that doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it okay. And to me, it's the fact that she's doing it over the fact that a child is involved. That's kind of evil.
Well, let me just say something too. Zion Williamson is only 22 years old.
So his frontal lobe isn't even fully developed yet.
We're talking about a child, you know?
He's not a child.
really
Okay, couch it with that language.
I don't know
he's not a child. He's an adult. But I get what you're saying.
Like, I mean, he's a young man, right? So like,
I'll give that.
this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I get it. He's a big dude, so he looks like he'd be older, but he's not. He's young. He's got a lot of learning to do, and this is stupid. How old is she? Does it say?
It doesn't say. But here's the thing. Does this then qualify? This is like the textbook definition of revenge porn.
Yes.
Like, by definition, this is exactly what you would talk about it being.
Yeah.
Like, it's also like she's like dropping it like it's a mixtape.
Yeah, I know.
She's like, Friday.
I know.
Sunday. This Sunday.
Yeah, it's like
Sunday.
Moriah Mills mixtape. Have you ever seen those ones? It's like, what if emo artists had producer tags?
Oh, it's so good.
It's like
I love that.
depression music.
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
good.
no, I haven't seen that. That'd be
It's
pretty
lovely.
funny.
Like, so guys, just a heads up, if you do decide to get involved with a woman who does porn, the sex may be fantastic, but
corn.
you're just going to
Meant to say
have to
corn.
deal with the fact that if you decide to have a child with someone you actually love, there's all the possibility that this will end up coming out and you will have a tape revealed. Now, the better response from him would be like, joke's on you, I'm into that shit, and he just lets her release it.
Yeah.
Like
Gets ahead of it.
There is a fair argument to be made that there would be more stigma about this coming out about a woman than a guy. Like, that's just the way
I was
going
gonna say everyone talks about Kim Kardashian, no one talks about Ray J.
Yeah, like
Who's that?
The guy
exactly.
that, yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not gonna matter to anyone if it ends up coming out about this guy in 5 years. They'll like, if it'll probably it's gonna damage her ability to build relationships with people. Clearly, by the way people in the industry are reacting to her, so they're not gonna trust her.
I will say though, like it's more than just like the revenge, like what she's threatening. The fact that this is kind of blown up is what's troubling more than like what she's actually promising to do. Because if he doesn't perform now, everyone's just going to blame it on this. Oh, you run around with the corn stars causing drama. You're not focusing on the game, you know?
Hate it when that happens.
You know, that's what he has to worry about. It's like, okay, he's going to have to like completely block out the distractions and truly perform and play well, or people are always going to point to this and be like, maybe
That's
you shouldn't
why.
have been fooling around.
Yep.
True.
$20 super chat right there.
$20. Let's see here. All right. Clint says, howdy, bros. Cowboy bros. Lesson of the day, boys. Hell hath no fury. Like, what does that say?
Jilted?
Jilted?
Yeah.
Jilted Ratchet 304.
That's
Or like
great.
an adult film star scorns.
That's
You
great.
know, it happens, right? Like, what did you expect to happen in a way? Like, it's kind of like have you ever seen the Bill Burr skit where he talks about gold diggers are the wife abusers for men?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, it's like every time a guy who like he cheats and then loses all his money, they go, hey, stupid. Yeah, what did you expect? It's like they never talk about like once you reach a certain level of fame and fortune, he's like, you're not prepared for the platoon of whores that are gonna come down the valley and jump on your dick like it's Braveheart. Like he's not wrong, right? Like when you
Wow.
get to that level of fame and you're somebody in the public eye, it probably is very difficult for somebody
And
like
he's-
him to just say no.
NBA, right?
Yeah.
NBA's kind of got a reputation for that, from what I understand. So
Exactly.
makes sense.
It
Checks out.
makes like
Everything so far is checking out.
Like, it's probably written in-
22-year-old millionaire. It's checking out. Everything's starting to make sense here.
Like, his manager's like, well, I got it done early. I thought it'd take at least till 23 to make that mistake. Get it done. Get the mistakes done quick, and then invest your money.
man.
ladies
We're
and
ahead of
gentlemen.
schedule.
Well, like, LeBron's been married for like 20 years.
Yeah, but LeBron's like very openly flirtatious online. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, so it's like the situation and you talked about before, which I actually learned from you. And I guess I learned it, but I'd known it a little bit after being in Hollywood. But like, people have these public relationships, but in reality, it's a lot more open. So we'll say,
Well, yeah, because it's a business arrangement
Right.
a lot of times
Exactly.
for most of them.
Exactly.
Look, did you see Conor McGregor getting accused of
Yeah.
R-word? His wife flew in and stood by him on Father's Day, because what else is she supposed to do, right? Like, she has to make a public showing of it, even if
Right.
she doesn't. I mean, she could believe it 100% that he did what he said, but outside of proof and him saying, no, honey, I didn't do it,
Yeah.
what can she really do? Like, she can either take his word for it, or she can
Or
take
not.
the word of the person who's accusing him. But either way, she's in between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
what do you do?
Good
and
point.
when you're a very public figure, and isn't he kind of famous for the fact that, like, she kind of helped him when he was still building his way up? Like, she worked so that he could train or something like that. Like, they built a life
know.
together.
Don't know
Yeah.
exactly.
That I don't know. I know Connor's definitely been in the news recently because he sent the one mascot to the hospital.
There's a $20 one right there.
Sorry, boys, I lost the game, and now y'all have to.
Oh my God.
What was the game?
And that was
game?
sent by Call Me Snow.
Call Me Snow Possum. I mean, I don't think you pronounce the O in a possum. I think it's just possum.
I do.
Okay. All right, guys. So your lesson, your pop culture crisis lesson of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is don't get into bed with adult film stars lest
What a
they
lesson.
try to blackmail you. Right. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.